What's going on, Soul Nation? Ginger Prime here, and today we're going over Sega's updates and when we can expect fixes for the Windows Store, as well as some troubleshooting tips and tricks that they have posted up on PSO2.com. Maybe this will help you out if you're still struggling to get this game installed. But before I direct you to the Phantasy Star Online 2 site, let me direct you to ArksLayer.com. I'm hearing a lot of people having success with the PSO2 Tweaker app. Honestly, I'm really excited to see this community come together and support each other, and it's really good to have another option out there. Now, I have seen a handful of people say that it didn't make it any better for them, and so honestly, I think at a very minimum, there might be a very small chance it might not work. But if it's not working for the Windows Store for you, at this point, I don't know if you have anything really to lose. Otherwise, walking away from the game and coming back when Sega has it ready for you to go within the store. So a few things before we actually dive into the real content of this video, and if you guys check the playhead of the videos, YouTube now enables chapters, so you can skip this section and jump right to the information if you want. This will be short and sweet. I came back from the weekend and 10,000 people have subscribed to Ginger Prime, so thank you guys all so much from the bottom of my heart. It's mind-blowing just how many people have it's such a compliment to watch one of my videos, but then also to subscribe to this channel, so I really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. And we also had a couple of members join, so I want to say Final Fantasy 420 and I Am Legendary Mike. Thanks for hitting that join button and becoming members here at the channel. Y'all support really helps me out, supports the diaper fund, as we like to say, as I've got little kids, and I was able to take my oldest fishing over the weekend. So that's why I didn't post any videos. If you're new here and you're a subscriber here, just note that the weekends I really want to dedicate to my family, and so I'm here today to give you this information. So thank you guys for subscribing. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you for watching, and let's go ahead and dive into the content. Okay, so first things first, Wednesday, June 10th is the date that they're shooting for to fix the stuttering and installing issues. Why June 10th? Well, that's kind of the next big scheduled update and maintenance for the game. It also gives them plenty of time to test and retest and get it right. The worst case scenario is they try to rush out an update and it breaks the game. This is frustrating at the core of it. If you're like me, when I play on the PC, I get some stuttering. When I go to play on Xbox, I don't have any issues. It just brings back that it really would have been better well served to have a PC beta. But at least we have a date, and we hope that they hit it on the 10th. And that's why at the beginning of this video, I really wanted to highlight Arks Layer, because that seems to address some of the stuttering issues. Looks like other people are going about how to fix this, and it looks like there's just different issues. I think it will be fixed. I think when they're really invested in working on this should be fixed. Now, the other complaints obviously are with the Windows Store, and we covered them in many videos on this channel last week to help just troubleshoot, and to some success we've been able to help out a lot of people. And obviously not everybody falls into that category that this is the one fix that they need to do. So stick around for more troubleshooting tips and tricks brought to you by Sega, and hopefully that helps address your issue. Again, I'm sorry that you've been having problems, and hopefully we can get that going. So I could sit here all day and talk about how it's the 10th, but that is the date. If the game is unplayable, if it's too stuttery for you, if it's just not working, come back on that day. That's the best advice I can give you. Honestly, go maybe play Minecraft Dungeons. Truly fantastic game. I am loving it. I can't find myself, I'm balancing between PSO2 and Minecraft Dungeons. Thankfully, Minecraft Dungeons is a great game I can play with my kids. And yeah, so check that out if you guys haven't yet, or maybe play something else. Okay, so the rest of this video is going to be focusing on troubleshooting error codes and more from the Windows Store. So basically, if you can see at the screen, if you're getting an error code like 872EE2 or 87046C, this is errors when downloading Phantasy Star Online 2 from the Microsoft Store. So essentially, they say you can update the Microsoft Store app. If you guys haven't ever used it, you can actually update the app within the updates section. It self-downloads and updates, and you can see all your updates going to be listed here and more. And then you can also say get updates, etc. It's going to go and force a check to see if your store needs updates. Here's the interesting news. Right now, it's rumored that actually Microsoft and Sega are doing some things in Japan. All rumor and speculation at this point I'll cover it as soon as we actually have like hard evidence like that it is happening. But it sounds like there's a, a closer deal with Sega and with Microsoft in this case. So all that being said is that there's also a rumor that Microsoft's releasing a new store app, a new store for Windows. And I think that's actually a good sign, is to maybe get rid of the old and welcome in the new, especially with the issues that we've continually seen reported with the Microsoft Store. So they also say if that doesn't fix it, you can wait to download and try at a later time, or you can hit your Windows F key, and this should bring up the feedback app in which they want you to go ahead and fill out your feedback about the store. So if you haven't ever used the feedback app, here it is up on screen, and essentially they want you to kind of put in some details, Phantasy Star Online 2, store information, explain your issue in more detail, choose your category. Let me just say blah, blah, next, choose my category. Problem, Xbox, gaming and Xbox, and then I guess game installation, and then you can kind of go and fill this out, attach some screenshots, and provide that feedback. Taking the time to do that, I know that might be very annoying, does help out a lot. It gives them the ability to see more into what's going on, into the actual root of it. I'm a programmer, somebody explaining that, hey, this breaks, and then I would go and test it, and it would work every time. Is always frustrating for me because I want to help them solve the problem. I'm the guy who can solve the problem, but most of the work ends up, and most of the lost time is trying to get the real details out. Like, oh, it turns out that they were on this browser, or they were running this specific app, or something else was going on at the time that maybe isn't visible and won't necessarily come to the front of your mind. And so it's like, oh, once you find that there's a conflict on a DLL or something like that with that computer, like you can actually get to the bottom, you can find out what that conflict is, you can code for it, so that way it's no longer a conflict. So if you guys do take the time to fill out the feedback, send them that information, thank you guys very much. That's a helpful tip regardless of its Phantasy Star Online 2 base. More information that you can provide them, even if it never feels like you're listening or they're listening, it just is going to be able to go, and they're going to be able to compile that and be able to hopefully take action on it. So if you do take time, thanks very much for that. Then they say make sure that all your sign-in information is the same in 3 areas. And this is also kind of like, I hope they get this fixed, because this is kind of a little crazy. Within the Microsoft Store, which we were just in, you want to click on your little profile picture there, and it's going to show you your email. And this is important because you want that to match up to your Microsoft account settings. Under your settings, account, email accounts, add Microsoft account. I'll just go a couple steps in so you guys can start to get a see for this. And then you see accounts, and I'll hide that so you don't see all my information. And then that's where you'll see, you want that to match up with the store. And then if you have the console companion app, this is also where you want to go. And if you guys have used that, it's actually pretty cool. You can stream if you have an Xbox to it, and that's how I've been able to play some Xbox games, because my capture card's been on the fritz. So if you saw my my Hunter guide, it was really a pain because, yeah, it kept fritzing out on me. It took me much longer, and somebody's like, hey, just stream it from the console and you'll be good. And I was like, yep, that fixed the problem. Anyway, so you want to make sure that they're the same in all 3 areas that could be causing some login and some problem issues. Or if you haven't installed the console app, I'm guessing you just need it in those 2. However, that's something they recommend. And then you might get something a little foreboding called last error 1813 that just sounds a little creepy. This is the last error you'll ever get. Basically, it says there might be a problem. You're not running the game as an administrator. Please enable administrative privileges and start the game and try again. There's a couple different ways you can go about this. I'm just going to kind of focusing in on running on administrator. Looking at Minecraft Dungeons here, you right click, then the little pop-up from my toolbar and say run as administrator. Doing so might prompt you that, hey, you wanna do something here, and then you just enable it depending on your security settings at the time. So keep that in mind. And then finally, they have a couple errors when patching, number 140 and 106. This is talking about just if you get these errors while patching, you might try these following steps, which really could be honestly good troubleshooting for any game regardless. Rebooting your PC. If you ever get a PC problem, just reboot it the first thing, see if that resolves the issue, and then kind of go forward from there. You can update your graphics driver, your sound driver, pretty much your drivers to the latest version. If you have any problems with that, you want to look at your PC manufacturer to see if they have any different parts of manufacturing. You can also use tools to go out and scour. Windows Update is a good choice to sometimes go in there. So if you, after uninstall software, you can try installing it again with administrative privileges. Honestly, I would recommend using the video that I made for that. That seems to help out a lot of people, because sometimes uninstalling the software, you lose a lot of hard drive space and you need to get that back regardless. And then if you obviously try all the above but the issues remain, please notify your internet service provider that you cannot download the file, and security settings on your internet service provider may be affecting the download or the installation process. So there is a lot that's going on. I would think and hope that most of it's on Sega's side, that they can get this fixed. They can get this fixed with the Xbox Store, the Windows Store, and get that rocking and rolling. But we'll have to ultimately wait and see. I have no idea if these will be helpful for you. Thankfully, I was able to get the game installed, and I kind of put a guide up on that, on how to do that, so you can check that out and see if that works for you. Let me know if it doesn't. Let us know on Discord. People are still trying to help each other out. But like at the beginning of this video, some of it really feels like it's going to have to be the 10th, and that's just going to be where we got to go with it. And it's not fair, it's not right, but it is where we are. And we'll update you here as soon as we know more. And if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know in the comments below. Again, thank you to the over 10,000 of you who've hit that subscribe button, and I hope that you have a great week. We've got lots of content planned for this week, and hopefully some of it is what you're looking for. So anyway, I love you. I love you faces. I hope you're having a great day, and I'll see you in my next video. But until then, take care. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. This video is sponsored by me. If you guys like podcast and long form content, I hope you check out Ginger Gaming Radio. Link will be in the description of this video below. So if you're still watching this video, thank you, and check out the new channel for more content, and hopefully you enjoy. Thank you.